What's up, everybody? I'm back here with another Wi-Fi battle against my boy Dennis. I'm gonna apologize right now for the poor quality right off the bat, but I am still working on a way to improve that, but it's still viewable, in my opinion. So he's gonna start off by bringing in his Arcanine right here. I'm gonna go ahead and start off by bringing in my Dragalge, because I figured the start off with the Ferrothorn would be an easy prediction for him. He could easily just Flare Blitz that and it would be dead, but I do start off with the Dragalge, try to get up some Toxic Spikes, but right here I go for the Hydro Pump, considering that he might not switch out, but when he did switch out, it's a Tyranitar, so it would be super effective anyway, so that wasn't a bad position. However, the Hydro Pump missed, unfortunately, and I need to actually invest in friggin' Scald, because that would actually help a lot. It would definitely do a good amount of damage, and will get the burn. I've noticed that you get the burn a lot on Wi-Fi nowadays. It's kind of odd, even though it is 30%. It does happen often. That Stone Edge is going to do a lot of damage because I have practically no defense EVs on this Dragalge. It's all special defense bulky, just like my Sylveon that's on this team as well, but Ferrothorn is there to soak up all of the defense EVs as a wall for that. But when I actually do hit this Hydro Pump here, it doesn't do much at all, so I guess his Tyranitar is really special defensive bulky. Either that or my special attack EVs suck, which could probably also be the case. But I figured that Hydro Pump's not going to do much anyway, so I do get up the second layer of spikes. That's going to toxic any Pokemon that he wants to bring in before something else happens, but that'll be later. He takes me out with a crunch there, so that's a dead Dragalge. My Dragalge isn't that great, so I need to improve him a little bit. Fearing the fighting move, he switches out his Tyranitar into his Mandibuzz, which is okay to me because I predicted that and went for the Spore, but he does have the Overcoat on the Mandibuzz, so it's not going to be affected at all. My Toxic Orb goes into effect, and I figured the Mandibuzz doesn't have any Brave Bird or any flying moves, because usually they have like Taunt, Foul Play, Defog, Roost, which I think is exactly what his set is right now. So I put up the Leech Seed, get that good and dandy, and after his Defog, which blows away all my Toxic Spikes, what I worked for, he is still seated, and I figured I could take any move that he wanted to dish at me with the Ferrothorn, and he goes for the Foul Play, and he takes more damage than the Foul Play actually did to my Raki Helmet and my Iron Barbs. So, I'm sitting here, I'm in a good position. I figured I could go for the Gyro Ball, get some damage on this guy, and after he does go for the Taunt, I figured he would go for that, so I knew I had to attack him somehow. The Gyro Ball does not much damage at all. Mandibuzzes have really good defense after all. So he's going to go ahead and Roost, and after that I don't really know what I can do with this thing because it can just Roost off any damage that I do. So I'm going to need to do something that can actually affect this thing. So after his health gets sapped by the Leech Seed, I do switch out my Ferrothorn because it can't really do much at all. And I bring in my Sylveon because the Sylveon does have the screens that I can put up. However, it does also have the Moonblast, so if he does choose to Taunt or to defog my screens away, I can just go for the safe Moonblast right off the bat, which is exactly what I do. He goes for the defog, figuring that I would set up a screen to figure that I'd be faster, but that's not what happens at all. I go for the Moonblast, get the Surefire kill on the Mandibuzz, and we're in a good position so far. We have one down on each side, I believe, and he goes into his Weezing. I figured I could take that with whatever move he does. He goes for the Boom Burst, which is really powerful. However, I do set up the screen on that turn, and considering that Ferrothorn can take any normal attack, I switch into him. He takes a Boom Burst really nicely, even though his special defense isn't that great, but I do have the light screen up, which helps a lot. So he's going to switch out, noticing that he can't really do much to my Ferrothorn. I can just Leech Seed him and just get all that health back. So I end up Leech Seeding the Arcanine, and now that he doesn't have any defogs, he doesn't have anything that could practically Rapid Spin me away or anything like that. I'm going to stay in on my oh no I don't, I switch out fearing the Flare Blitz. Duh. I fear the Flare Blitz and I go into my Quagsire, but he does a double switch on me and goes into his Explode, which was a really good play on his part. He goes for the Focus Splash, which does around half, which is really good for him because his Quagsire is not special defense bulky. I have 2 defensive walls, Quagsire and Ferrothorn, and 2 special defensive walls, Dragalge and my Sylveon. And then I do have the Charizard for the special attack and the Breloom for the attack and speed. I don't know if this team was that great. I could have had another attack-heavy Pokemon. I didn't really need 4 different walls for this match, but I'm definitely going to play around with this team and see how I can change it around, make it a little better. He goes into his Gyarados, and I forgot that Gyarados can have Toxic, and Gyarados would have Substitute. I can't even think right now. So he does have a Substitute in Gyarados, and I go for the Toxic. That doesn't do anything, so I'm going to stay in and go for the Moonblast just to get that surefire hit off of the Substitute. And he sets up a Dragon Dance when he has a Substitute up, so he's going to be faster. However, I am going to, I think I stay in and go for the Moonblast here because Earthquake is going to kill me. That's going to be an easy kill for him. And after that, I'm just going to go into my Breloom because I figured I could take any attack that he throws at me. Earthquake's not going to do much, Waterfall's not going to do much. After that, Earthquake does like a 5th maybe. I go for the Seed Bomb. That's going to be an easy kill for me because my Breloom is jolly and has a lot of attack and speed. However, as you'll see soon, the Arcanine will be faster than my Breloom, and I thought that I would be faster considering I have Jolly as well, but he's definitely Jolly now. The Arcanine is definitely Jolly. He goes for the Flare Blitz, takes me out, easy peasy. That was kind of a bummer right there, because I was going for the Spore to see if I could get the Sleep off on him. So we go into my Quagsire, my defensive bulky Quagsire. As he switches out, I go for the Earthquake right here to get some damage off. That would have definitely killed the Arcanine. But as I go for the Earthquake, the Weezing takes a hefty amount of damage from that. Good amount, better than I would have expected. And usually Quagsires nowadays have like Scald on them, special attacks, stuff like that. But I actually like the attack heavy Quagsire with Toxic. And then I have Haze on it for some reason. There was a Quagsire from previous generation that I just transferred over, so it wasn't that great. After the Explode kills me with Boom Burst, I believe it was, I bring in my Ferrothorn. So he can pretty much take whatever he wants to throw at me. And I take this opportunity to set up some late game rocks because obviously he's going to switch out even more. I figured he would switch out and that damage wouldn't have done anything anyway. Gyro Ball wouldn't have been effective against the Arcanine. So I bring in my Charizard and he goes for the close combat on me. It's not going to be very effective, so he figures he can bring in his Tyranitar next turn. And as you will see, this is a Mega Charizard Y. So when he brings out his Tyranitar, the Tyranitar whips up the Sandstream right here. And after the Sandstream, oh, I'm giving it away already. After the Sandstream, I do Mega Evolve my Charizard, and that's going to put up the Drought. And what he doesn't know is that this is actually a Charizard that has a moveset of Heat Wave, Focus Blast, Hyper Beam, and Dragon Pulse or something like that. Something like that. So my Drought goes up. All my fire moves are more effective, but I do go for the Focus Blast, and that's going to kill the Tyranitar. I don't think he expected that to happen. So now he's done, and we can sit here and wait for what he brings in next. He brings in the Electrode, which is a pretty good Pokemon. I mean, I've seen Dennis use this Electrode a couple times before. He's gonna go for the Thunderbolt right off the bat, just to get some damage off my Charizard if I do stick in. But obviously, I'm not gonna take that Thunderbolt. That would have definitely destroyed me. So the Ferrothorn is gonna come out here and stick around for a little bit, because he can take Thunderbolts all day. I'm just going to Gyro Ball him after the Thunder Wave, which does more damage now since I do have the Paralyzed on me. And that was a good move by him. He did hit the Taunt on my Leech Seed. I just wanted the Leech Seed on just in case I got Parahaxed by anything. But I do go for the Gyro Ball. It's not very effective, but it brings him down to like 1 HP or something ridiculous like that. And he hits me with a Thunderbolt, and this turn I actually do get paralyzed, which in the long run didn't really matter because any special attack that would come from the Explode or the attack from the Arcanine could kill my Ferrothorn pretty easily. So that's not really, I wasn't really stressed out about that. I bring him down with the Gyro Ball next turn. Luckily I didn't get paralyzed. And now he brings in his Explode, and he's going to easily take me out with the Flamethrower, the Choice Spec Flamethrower. And what I didn't realize was this Explode has like a good amount of speed on him. And when I bring in my Charizard, I didn't expect him to be faster than me, so I did go straight for the Heat Wave right off the bat after my Drought's up, so I could just get that damage on him, because I didn't think he would switch out, taking like damage to his Arcanine. So he hits me with the Flamethrower. It's not very effective, but it does do a good amount of damage. I think I need to reinvest in the EVs in this Charizard and spread him out a little bit more. Not spread him out, but just make it better in general. He brings in his Arcanine. His Arcanine is going to be faster than me, that jolly nature. bastard. And the extreme speed is enough to kill my Charizard. So that was a really good game, Dennis. Arcanine was like half health. I was at 0 health. So 1-0, really good game, Dennis. If anyone wants to battle me, I will be here. You can check me out, inbox me on my channel, message me somehow. But thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys later. Bye.